You can go buy this today at Holman Motor Cars in Fort Lauderdale, right? So, but the reason I'm saying this is think about it. Why the heck would someone spend over $500,000 on a vehicle? Because to them, they see value. And here's the word you want to think about: value. Okay. That's what the luxury customer is looking for. The price can be high as long as the value is higher. You know, Christina Pappas told me this one time, and it was so spot on. She said, whenever there's an issue with price, it's because there's a lack of value. I was like, whoa. I'll say that again. If ever there's an issue with price, it's because there's a lack of value or even a lack of perceived value, right? So what that means is you might think this is crazy, unattainable. But this clientele looks at this, and if they see and they know that Rolls Royce are handmade vehicles, everything, it takes so long to make one of these that all of a sudden that value is increasing and the price doesn't seem that big of a deal. Right now, we're not going to probably go out and buy one today. Maybe you are, and good for you. But I want us to think, okay, if we were down here and if we're thinking this price is crazy, that luxury customer doesn't think this is crazy. Okay. So we want to say, oh, maybe they're thinking a little bit differently, right? Now let's check this out. Okay. I'm going to show you 4 other things, and then we're going to keep rock and rolling here, everybody. So let's jump into this. Okay. Let's get into the next one. So you can see there's some beautiful resorts here. So the first one that we're going to look at, and we're doing the same kind of experience. I want you just to write down what you think one night of a stay here is. Okay. So this is Nunu Atoll in the Maldives. So beautiful, right? Kind of these nice little villas all throughout. So maybe just take a note and then save the 4 answers to put in the chat in a second here. But what is an average stay here, or what's a price range, do you guys think? Okay. Now let's look at the Hotel de Paris in Monte Carlo in Monaco, right? Beautiful, very, very high-end, very classic, historical, legendary resort. What's an average stay there? Okay. Now let's think about this one here. The Grand Hotel Tremezzo in Lake Como, Italy. Shout out to Ryan Pappy over there in Lake Como. What's an average night of a stay here? What do you guys think? Okay. Now, the last one is Hotel Plaza Athene in Paris, France. Beautiful, right? You can see the Eiffel Tower from this. It's just gorgeous. All right. So here we go. Let's jump into this now. Let's see what we all think these prices are, and let's rock and roll. So the first one, Nunu Atoll. Depending on the night, this could be anywhere from $3,500 to $10,000 for one night. For one night. Okay. The Hotel de Paris in Monte Carlo, Monaco, anywhere from $750 to $44,000 for one night. $44,000 for one night. Okay. Now let's look at this next one. The Grand Hotel Turismo in Lake Como, anywhere from $750 to $11,000. $750 to $11,000. Right. Now this last one here in Paris, France, the Hotel Plaza Athene, anywhere from $850 to $11,000. Now, can you imagine spending $11,000 for one evening for one hotel? Can you imagine spending $44,000 for one evening in one resort, right? We might look at this and say, this is absolutely insane. Who would do it? But you guys are actually already answering it in the chat because I'm seeing some of this. This luxury clientele focuses on value. They also want to have a feeling of status. They also want to have a feeling of safety and security and exclusivity. They want a unique experience. There's nothing wrong with a Motel 6, but maybe that's not what they're thinking about when they're looking for an experience that they feel they are worthy. Now, do you think that you're worthy of that? Do you think that you can stay and pay $30,000 a night? Again, right now, you might, that is insane, Steve. What are you talking about? Well, to this customer, it's not. And so I'm not saying we need to on a shopping spree here and go and book some hotel rooms. But what I'm saying is, where are we thinking? What is our mindset right now? Because this is the mindset of the luxury clientele. Now, keep in mind, there are luxury customers who think even this is like, I would never spend that. So it's not a one for all type statement, but I want us to go through this and start to gear into, okay, if this is where they're thinking operating, maybe I need to think and operate there as well, right? So just put yes or resort into the chat box if that makes sense, because I want us just to kind of understand the differences, right? And I hope it was kind of a fun experience, right? Okay, awesome. I'm seeing yes, resort, very cool. You guys can let me know if you did just book a reservation at any of these. They're all a little bit further away. But anyways, all right, let's jump into this now. The first resource I'm going to introduce you to, and we don't have time to obviously go through the class, but again, it's in the resource sheet that I'm going to send out afterwards today. This is in Luxury Portfolio International. So within Leading RE, in the Institute, which is like the training section, there's a whole course, and it's called the Lux Ed 102. It's called Building the Agent's Luxury Mindset. You don't have to try to figure out where to go find it. I've got the direct hyperlink for you as well in the resource sheet. You can simply click on it, and it should bring you straight to it. But the reason I want to introduce this to you in the early part of our program today is that this will help you understand their mindset and their focus. We talk a little bit about psychographics, right? We'll get into that much further in the 2-day certification course, but this will help you gear into their thought processes as well, right? And if you've never heard of luxury real estate, or if you've never heard of Luxury Portfolio International or Leading RE, we're a founding broker of this company, so we've got amazing resources there. And again, in the resource sheet, we've broken out a lot of great resources that you can start to get more familiar with in there. But anyways, that'll be a great course for you to check out and watch. Now, let's jump into this next section, everybody. This is knowing your luxury market. So if you recall from the 10 sections that we were going to get into, the first was know mindset. Now we're getting into knowing your